We can also do agricultural sustainable agriculture. So it can give also the rural community ecological energy to use the cactus to produce herself his energy and his fertilizer.
Thank you, everyone, today for joining us on the Unpopular Opinion podcast. Here with us in the studio, we have Mr. Malik. He is our guest. He is an entrepreneur and innovator. He's involved into cocktail production, as well as he's an agricultural engineer who is involved into sustainable agricultural farming, as well as his work has influenced a lot of young Senegalese in Senegal and across the West African region. Mr. Malik Sagne, you are welcome to Unpopular Opinion. Despite all of your busy schedule, you took some time out to speak to us. Thank you very much. It is really an honor for us, and we don't take it for granted. We are very, very honored to have you. But we'd like to start the show with who is Mr. Malik Sagne, and how did you get into agriculture or sustainable farming as an engineer? And what are some of the challenges that you face when you started this whole idea? Because for innovators or entrepreneur, everything is idea or a vision. It takes some commitment to make those ideas or vision into reality. What were some of the challenges for you in that process?
Okay, thank you everyone. So I am so happy to be here to talk about myself and about Cactus Innovation. So I'm not very good in English. I speak more French, but I can try. I can try to speak English. So my name is Elhadji Malick Sagne, as you say, and I am a agricultural engineer in Bombay, in Senegal, and I am the founder of Cactus Innovation. So why Cactus Innovation? So which face effect of the climate change and also soaring population. So farmers are using a lot of chemical pesticide and fertilizer to boost yield and to satisfy food demand. So this result in the presence of chemical reuse in the product placed on the market, for example. Donc, and as a result, unconscious consumption of those products by you and me, consumer, often cause our illnesses. So just imagine now how much prescription money, for example, we could save by only eating healthy fruit and vegetables. So in Senegal, it would amount 0.5 billion CFA. It's 7 months. So faced with this problem, we set up the Cactus Innovation startup following our scientist research in the University of Bombay in Senegal. So you want to know what is Cactus Innovation? So Cactus Innovation is a method of farming that use cactus to produce ecological energy and organic fertilizer for agricultural use. So in terms of agriculture, we do some association system of agriculture that use the cactus. So our cactus association system naturally boosts yield because first the cactus have a high water storage potential. So moreover, they have also the capacity to cap organic nitrogen and transfer it into mineral nitrogen for benefit of other plants at a radius of 2 meters, for example, in our system. So in terms of energy, we transform also the cactus into ecological electricity through biogas. And we have a variety of cactus. Each kilogram of our cactus produce 0.3 cubic meters of biogas. And each cubic meters of biogas is equivalent to 750 kilocalorie in terms of energy. So this gives us total autonomy at farm level in our model in terms of energy. And after the energetic production system, we use the results, the reduce as a fertilizer, organic fertilizer. So in each liters of our fertilizer, we have 100 gram of nitrogen, 200 gram of phosphorus, and 500 gram of potassium. So this gives us total autonomy at farm level and give young to work in agriculture. This autonomy means also we can give consumer fruit and vegetables without chemical use at the same price of conventional product, for example. And that's to help the people in the rural community to have work and do sustainable agriculture. So for hotel and supermarket, we are setting up also a traceability system which secure code labeled in the cells. Uh, uh, so in additional, also we transform the fruit of cactus into jams, juice, syrup for hotel and supermarket. So in globally, that's why it is what we do about Cactus Innovation in Senegal. In Senegal, actually. So globally, it is my answer to speak about me and about our Cactus Innovation solution. Okay, thank you.
Today's video is proudly sponsored by Magnite clothing brand. If you are living in Europe or in any part of the world and you need an African clothing, you can simply check them up on their Instagram page. The link is in the description of this video. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Malik, for that brief introductory statement. I want to ask you, when you first started the Cactus Innovation, what were some of the challenges that you experienced, or what are some of the challenges that you are still experiencing as you go along?
So the first challenge was the innovation. So if you are young and you want to innovate in the agricultural sector in Senegal, it's not easy for understanding with the people also. And the other challenge was financial. Though we was young student and we don't have a lot of money to do our activity also, but but I don't know what that means in English. But if you have your vision, you must to do some sacrifice and you must to invest your yourself and your money to do the innovation. So this is uh, globally the two uh, challenge, we are the two problems that we have, but we was in to introduce or to do our cactus innovation in Senegal. The other challenge is laboratory. We do some science innovation, and if you want to do some science innovation in Africa globally, we don't have some equipment or laboratory to do our job in the ideal condition. Yeah.
Okay, I want to ask you, why do you think cactus production is, through your innovation, is the best way for intervening in agricultural process in Senegal as well as in West Africa?
Cactus is a special plant. So with our cactus, for example, we can reduce our water consumption. And the cactus, I say the cactus have a high water storage potential. So if you give water in the soil, the cactus cap all the water, and he have a high water storage potential. So we use this cactus to reduce our consumption in term of water, but we use also the cactus to produce our ecological electricity. So with the cactus, with association our plant with the cactus, we reduce water. We have also a total autonomy in terms of electricity, or total economy also in terms of uh, organic fertilizer. And this our fertilizer is equivalent to chemical fertilizer. So it can replace chemical fertilizer. And this autonomy, I say, means so we produce fruit and vegetables without chemical use and have impact in health have impact in sustainability and adaptation of climate change globally.
If you are just joining us on today's edition of A Popular Opinion, today's video is proudly sponsored by Magnite Clothing Brand. If you are living in Europe or in any part of the world and you need an African clothing, you can simply check them up on their Instagram page. The link is in the description of this video. And if you want to see better studio, if you want to see our podcast growing, if you want us to continue to bring more guests on this platform, we depend on your support through subscription and sharing the links, liking, commenting, as well as recommending individuals to us that are doing remarkable works in their various countries in innovation, in politics, in education, in entrepreneurship. We will try our best to bring them to this platform to discuss the critical roles that they are playing. Unpopular Opinion is a podcast for young people, for young Africans, and for revolutionaries growing up in Africa. So if you know anyone in such light, you can invite them to this podcast and we will do our best to interview them. However, Mr. Sang, I want to ask you, what is the impact of your innovation on local farmers in Senegal as of now?
So our innovation help also the agriculture or farmer in the rural community. So with our solution, we can also do agricultural sustainable agriculture. So it can give also the rural community ecological energy to use the cactus to produce herself his energy and his fertilizer. So this our solution give many advantages in in term of economy, in term of agriculture, with our fertilizer. The result is a fertilizer, and the farmers can use the fertilizer to replace chemical fertilizer, and this give us total autonomy. And in terms of energy also our solution help rural community to have access in electricity, ecological electricity, and valorize also the cactus. So the woman in rural community, for example, we teach them to transform the cactus into jams, into also into cosmetic, and this woman record the cactus, transform it into jams, and buy the jams directly in the supermarket or in the hotel. Don't you know he give them some revenues, supplement revenues here in global here.
Mr. Malik Sagne, I want to ask you, how are you seeing your work, the progress of your work in Senegal? And do you think that your innovative idea could be transported or could be transferred? Your innovative ideas could be transferred into other African countries that are suffering from the same climatic or environmental issues, such as Gambia, Niger, Mali. They are all experiencing the same climatic situation as Senegal. So, do you think your entrepreneurial skills or your innovative ideas could be implemented in those countries? And if so, what are your plans to do so?
We already finished our research this year, 2024, and we have our pattern of innovation, the certificate of our innovation. So we want to expand our production system in West Africa for the first time, and for the second time in Africa, and why not in the world? So we have this chance to visit many country in Africa, like West Africa, South Africa, and East Africa. We visit also Germany. We visit also New York also, and we have a partnership like Mercedes, the society in Germany. Just and with this society, we set up some some generator who work about the cactus biogas. So in the first time, we want to work or extend our solution in the West Africa for the first time, and the second time we can go generally in Africa globally, and in the last time, in the long time, expand our solution in the world, because it is a sustainable solution, and he help us. We have a solution of many problem, like the health, in agriculture, in energy, money. We can our solution can reduce many problem of the world. Uh, and it's the first time we favorite Africa, and after we can go in the world, in Europe, American, and Asia also.
All right, thank you for that explanation. From your explanation, I think you want to you are telling us it is a Pan African organization, because you talk about West Africa, Africa before going global. Have you talked about that? I want us to go into one other specific area. You talk about a partnership. So, do you have other partners in other West African countries?
Our partnership is is in Germany. We have a new partnership in Germany. Which, do you know Mercedes? Mercedes, it is associated automobile associated. So our partnership consists to do or to have we have to buy biogas generator, which work about with the cactus biogas. Uh, it is the one partnership that we have in Germany, but in Senegal and in our coast also, we have some partnership in the agricultural, and we start to expand our solution in our coast, for example.
If you are just joining us, we want to say thank you for taking your time to join us, following us on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube. However, we'd like to also encourage you to please be a supporter of this channel by liking, commenting, sharing, as well as encouraging your friends and family members to be a supporter of this channel and sharing it with their friends as well. Mr. Malik Sagne, we are almost coming to an end of this interview. I want to ask you, what are some of the biggest challenges that you face, especially when it comes to expanding your business across Senegal?
Now in Africa, generally the first challenge is our government. And if I think it is correct, in English we say government, in French it is government, so you can understand. So the first challenge is our the government, but we in Senegal now we have you have a chance. So actually, we have a government who help young innovator, young research in our system. So, but the big challenge of in Africa is the financial, to have access in financial to expand our solution. So all of our expand of our solution is with our money, and we have also some price, some price, and this price help us to do our expansion. But in the globally, the challenge we have the blockage is in term of financial and in term of access all up in the laboratory to do our research in science and have a new product and transform the countries into the new and other new product.
Mr. Malik, I want to ask you, you talk about electricity generation. Can you, currently, are you providing, through your innovative ideas, are you providing some electricity to rural communities in Bambi, Senegal?
Yeah, in Bombay now, in our university, for example, we have a cactus plantation, and we use this cactus to produce now the electricity. And in the university we use our electricity in the farm. Also, we use our electricity to for cooking also in the university. So it is a model that we have finished the model in Bombay, and we use the model in Bombay, but it is in the small in the small equipment. We don't have a big equipment to alimент all the university, but we have equipment just we can produce electricity with the cactus and have electricity to alimент the farmer and for cooking. But in the small part, yeah.
On this note, I'd like to encourage you again to please be a supporter of my channel. If you want to see this channel grow, if you want to see more guests or better guests coming on this platform every week, I want you to please subscribe to this YouTube channel, like, comment, share, as well as recommend individuals to us that are doing remarkable works in their various countries in youth development, entrepreneurship, education, in politics. We will try our best to bring them to this platform to discuss the critical roles that they are playing in their various countries. This podcast is for the young people, so let's take advantage of it. Mr. Malick Sagne, before we take a leave of you, is there any advice that you can give to other young entrepreneurs or other young people across Africa, especially in Senegal, that are interested in doing similar business as you? Or what advice generally can you give to young Africans around the world?
Maybe I just recommended to start. If you have some idea, if you have some innovation, and you can start. And if you start, you can do it. So in Africa, in Africa globally, we have some nice idea, but we don't start. We wait the day and the day. But if you start, you can go small and small, and you can do your innovation, and you can do the solution which result which reduce our problems in Africa. And let's work together. Which we are young, we can work together. Someone how we can work together, we can do some solution together, and we can do this, and let's do it. I say you are doing a good job. I say in first bon continuation. All my thank to you. So we can do it together, and we will do it. Thank you everybody.
Okay, thank you very much for being here today, Mr. Malik, and also to our audience. If you made it this far, we'd like to please encourage you to please support the innovative idea this young man is doing. He's into something that produces electricity. He's also producing organic chemical for farmers, reducing environmental hazard across the Senegalese region, especially in Senegal, Gambia, along that region, as well as he's also helping or training women in rural areas to produce cosmetic or products that is being sold in hotels across Senegal. This is the type of work that this young man is doing. So let's all of us support this man. He talks about resources. He does not have the financial resource that will make him to improve his laboratory research equipment. There's no resource for that. He also talk about financial resource in terms of paying staffs. These are all challenges that he experienced. So I encourage all of us that are watching this show to share this podcast, share this identical video, so that it gets to where we might have potential investor for his business. Mr. Malik, thank you very much for being here today. It's really an absolute honor that we have you on this unpopular opinion. And I'd like to tell you on behalf of myself and the audience, would like to tell you that we are proud of the work you are doing. And we want you to please continue the good work you are doing, because this work is not just for Senegal. At start, you are representing Senegal, but as it goes on, you are going to be representing Africa. So that is the objective of Unpopular Opinion podcast, because it is to give voice to young Africans to sell themselves, to tell the world what we are doing, what African youth are doing. So it is based upon this backdrop, we encourage you to continue doing the work you are doing. However, but before we take a leave of you, I'd like to encourage each and every one of us to please be a supporter of this channel. If you want to see better guests coming on this platform every week, if you want to see us in better studio, if you want to see us improving every day, if you want to see us having live studio section, we want you to please support this channel by subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing. As well as you can recommend to us individuals that are doing remarkable works in their various countries in terms of youth development, in education, in economic development, in political participation, or in civic engagement. We will try our best to bring them to this platform to discuss the critical roles that they are playing. Today's video is proudly sponsored by Magnite Clothing Brand. If you are living in Europe or in any part of the world and you need an African clothing, you can simply check them up on their Instagram page. The link is in the description of this video. Mr. Malick Sagne, thank you very much for being here. It's been an absolute honor, and we're looking forward to having more of this discussion with you. On this note, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala barakatuh.